Hi, my name is Dan Litchfield. I'm the owner of Hound.
And I'm Conrad Humphreys, co-navigating on Hound for this incredible race.
Hound is a Aage and Rasmussen built 1970 aluminum sloop designed by Aage Nielsen. And we've done a lot of work in the last couple of years to bring her into the current century. The joy of racing an older boat is the shape of the hull. She goes really nicely upwind. She's actually great in light air. The boat tracks well and it's just a joy to steer. I've raced a lot of modern boats and it's just a very different experience. No, it's not better or worse, but it's just a very different boat to sail. We have a lot of people on board. They're all friends. We really do. It requires a lot of boat handling and really good teamwork. And when you get it right, it feels awesome. Some of the things we've changed, going to ASIMs, you need a really fast winch package. So we have a couple of new Harken primaries, and getting them, it's really important to keep the look of the boat. And so these Variant pedestals are like iconic. They're sort of Art Deco style, and it was really important to get those to talk to each other. It took longer than I thought it would, but I think the look is awesome. And they're really, really functional. Biggest change we made was putting in a new rig. It's carbon, so the old mast was aluminum and it was very top heavy because it had a sleeve and an extension put on it. And so this rig saved about 1,500 pounds, which is a lot of riding moment for the boat. I don't think we would have done it if we hadn't been able to save that much weight. The old rig also had a short boom for IOR rating purposes, and so we made the boom back to its original length. We try to keep in keeping with the original design of the boat. So the rig's a little taller, but the boom's the same length. We added a bowsprit for the A sails. They can come off and get replaced with a little cruising prod and anchor roller. So it's pretty functional and easy to change. One of the coolest features of the boat, that we kept is this forward-facing stove that gimbals with the top, and so it's very safe to use. It doesn't, a lot of the side-facing stoves, stuff can fly off at you, and so this is really, I think very functional. Yeah. So there's, this is another key feature of the boat that we kept. It's the original panel. Made in Germany in 1970, so it's pretty cool. So these half hulls, the top two are, show the old boat. So the first one is, the boat was named Peony when she was launched in 1970 and had an Intrepid style keel with a trim tab. In 1979 it was changed to a fin keel spade rudder, and then in 2022 we worked with Jim Taylor to do a new fin keel that's less depth, goes back to the actually original depth, and a new spade rudder because the old one had some corrosion.
Yeah, so as Dan says, this boat is just a fantastic boat to sail in a range of conditions, and of course this race gave us a lot of upwind to the rock, and then some quite light-ish downwind, certainly in the latter stages. The race course, if you're an 8-knot boat, you can just about make these tidal gates, which are obviously so crucial for this race. Got out the Solent in really good shape. We made the most important port and bill just as the tide was about to turn against us, and then the tidal gates for Lizard, for Land's End and so on start to really open up. Across the pond, across the Celtic Sea, we got the right side of all the shifts, and then coming back away from the rock. Fantastic downwind sailing, A2 conditions. This boat has a super nice low mode, which is, this sort of hull form really meant that we can sail quite close to our course. So, and then the last stages, we just snuck round Cherbourg, in favourable tide. Had a little bit against us for the lead into the Casquettes, but overall, a fantastic race.